Yes.
We're live. This is Sunday's Listening Sesh. I am High Sunday, aka Number 8 Engineer on iTunes. I'm joined by the Number 8 Artist on iTunes right now. It's Blonju, and today we're going to be listening to his album I Love Jodie Foster in full. In full, and talking about it, all the behind the scenes conversation and how the conceptuals and all that goodness. Boy, how you doing today, Blonju?
I'm well, Sunday. I'm blessed and happy to be here with you, man. It's just an honor. Every time you birth music into the world, it feels like a mini birthday or something. And it's more of a collective birthday. I feel like because this is as much as it's me, the artist. It's still not about me. It's about the process and the communion and the camaraderie that comes from releasing music and being vulnerable. And this was. Probably the most vulnerable thing I've done yet. So, it's a step, and I'm proud to be here. So, thank you. Thanks for hosting, being
Hell
the
yeah.
host with the most.
A busy guy, Jew. So this is important to me. I don't know if you've heard, but I'm the number 8 musical engineer on iTunes. You feel me?
I I, I feel you. It wouldn't be where it is without you, bro. So
I got
you
grapes.
making
When
you making it resonate.
when you
You
level
really
up in
are.
life, you eat grapes. And you eat green grapes. Because green is the color of money. I did hit my manager up and I had him reach out to Caitlin Clark because I was gonna have her come by and shoot green grapes into my mouth. You know what I mean? But you know,
Yeah,
she's a little bit caught up. Her loss, if you ask me.
it really is. It really is. She's got time too. The WNBA's on break right now, but I know she's busy prepping for the second half of the WNBA season, and that's a nice ode to past great tossing into the mouth with Jodie and I. So yeah,
Oh, I didn't knew nothing about that, folks. That's just the universe. The universe aligns when you're within the top 10 on iTunes. You feel me? Okay, so first of all, I'll just flash this since we're here. In case y'all didn't know, the album just came out not last night, but it came out today officially, midnight last night. Debuted. This is the debut screenshot, and if you see it down there, right under JPEG Mafia, we are number 8, number 8 on the motherfucking iTunes chart, yo. This is crazy, man. This is absolutely nuts. Hold up, man.
truly.
People blowing up my phone since they heard I'm the eighth greatest
hmm
engineer.
You put that information out there, and it's like a target.
It's crazy. Listen, so I wanted to just real quick, real quick or not, ain't no gotta be nothing real quick, but
Not with us.
the album is called I Love Jodie Foster. If if you wanna just kind of like
Short.
wrap that in a
Yeah,
whole
yeah.
thing, you know what I mean? Let the folks know.
So I had a whole album ready to drop around this time. It didn't feel like that's what I should be doing in the summer. Um, I actually went and spread my parents' ashes, not a small amount, but some of them, not all of them, together at a place they took me since I was like 1 year old down in Panama City, Florida. And when I was in Panama City spreading their ashes in May, I was thinking a lot about Jodie Mullins, who is a lady that I love, that I was, partners with for years. And, we both have kind of gone our separate ways the last couple of years to work on healing and ourselves and loving ourselves and, really harnessing the power of healing internally to be better friends to each other, to be more supportive, accepting beings to each other. And when I was down there, I came back and I went left. I was like, I'm going to just let it all out and talk about things that I've learned through that relationship. My parents' anniversary is today. It's their 46th anniversary, and they were married up until when my father passed, but they separated for about 13 or 15 years before he passed. So they were kind of a model of like, hey, romance doesn't always work, but you got to respect the soulmate vibe and, the kids that they had, me and my sister Casey, sibling now. Um, I don't know. I just let it all flow. And in June, I created this whole project in a short amount of time as an ode to Jodie Mullins, dedicated to her. And it just felt right. It felt magical. It felt therapeutic for me. It was very medicinal. And I thought about Jodie Foster, like that kind of when I conceived the idea of putting this out as an album. Jodie Foster was the perfect metaphor. Like, we're both fans of Contact, Jodie and I. We like alien shit. And I was influenced by Contact when I was in my teens in terms of, I know that it's a long movie, it's drawn out, and it has some cheesiness to
It's a
it,
lot
but
less alien movie than a lot of alien movies, but
right,
if you're
right.
you,
And
I'm sure you got a whole different shit out of that. You know what I mean?
I,
Like,
I did, and
yeah.
all of it made sense as I kind of realized like this is what I have to do for me right now, and however it resonates to the world, and um, whoever picks up on the vulnerable nature of this music versus philosophical bantering and constant alien enlightenment type talk in my raps, like it just made sense. I needed to do this to accentuate other parts of myself internally to really go 1000 or infinite with whatever's next. Like, I needed to, this had to be done for therapy purposes, for Jodie, for my Jodie. And I don't even mean that in a possessive way as much as just to identify
My Jody.
right, to identify the Jodie that this album is really about and influenced by, and heavily in terms of inner growth within myself. Grace and space has been a phrase for me the last few months that's kind of brought me out of a period of darkness of grieving and healing. And both my parents are not in the body, so I'll wrap this whole intro up with, we dropped the pre-order on my Jodie's birthday, for lack of a better phrase, which was 7/8. My parents married, tied the knot at the courthouse, civil union, nobody at the wedding, on 8/7/78. So today's 8/7/24. It's 46th anniversary of them tying the knot. And just, I wanted to honor Jodie and be like, you made me a better person, whether we ever see each other again, whether we speak again. And I love you forever, and I'm your friend. If I need to be the best man at your wedding, I'll give you to somebody else. Like, I understand that love is not possessive, and support
We'll
and
poison his
unconditional
slice
love.
of cake. We'll make sure. We'll make sure to
No,
put cyanide in his cake. Oh no!
that that is
That's
that,
not what
that
we're
is
doing.
not the message of this record,
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
and I won't condone that. But anything, happiness of others is really um, you know, paramount to one's own happiness. If you're not rooting for everybody, even the haters, I feel like I deal with a fair amount of trolls almost every day, being such a vulnerable artist out here, and I truly have no ill will towards anyone. Like, I don't have the time or the energy to do that, and that's the message of this project: is love who you loved, and in hindsight, love them anyways, even when there was trauma, even when there was drama, even when egos got in the way, short-sighted things happened, cheating, anything. I mean, I think murder and rape kind of, that's another conversation. But even that is it's about forgiveness, understanding, and really putting yourself in the shoes of everybody who commits an atrocity, and finding a way to be better, man. Finding a way to grow through the art and grow through talking about these experiences rather than putting them in your pocket and just feeling some type of way. I'm honored to present it to the world, and I'm shocked by the reception. Honestly, I didn't realize this many people would tap in and really see the difference, see the vulnerability of the project. And I'm grateful for you for providing the resonation effect of a great mix, a great master, and making me sound the way I need to sound. So great job, man.
I just set it on the table, man. You did all the cooking. It's fucking amazing. It's easy to set an amazing meal on the table. I just bring the plates out, put it on the table. You know what I mean? It's all good, all good, all good. This is
I
how
feel
to.
like I had the ingredients. You were a coach chef. Like I hear you. That's a great analogy, though, and very kind of you.
This is how to do a love themed project, folks. You already hear how much goes behind this. This is not just like, hey, I like this girl named Jodie. I made an album about her.
Right,
Like this is
right.
so much more. You said you don't want to do my Jodie, but I mean, thanks to this project, like we really, I guess not everyone has heard it yet, but we'll listen to it all today. But like you've made it our Jodie now. Like we all feel everything that you feel about this girl, and then that's not like anything weird and directed towards Jodie. It's just like we feel what you feel, and you know, I think that everyone will gain all of the positive sentiment and stuff that you meant from this thing through
Thank
the
you, bro.
listen. So
Thank
yeah,
you.
short.
She knows it was around Instagram for the years when we all met, pandemic time. So she was on Instagram. She was Joe Muffin. She's mostly not social media now, but she knows. You know, she's very appreciative of everyone, and she knows that
Okay.
this has been a big reception. And she blessed
Can you
the
hold on?
album
Can you
before
hold
we even
one sec?
dropped it.
One sec.
So,
One sec.
yeah, go for it. Go for it.
I'm getting a call from my manager. Hello.
Hello, Ike.
Hey, hey.
Ike, what's going on, man?
Hey, what's going on? I'm on a live right now. What's up with you? What's up with you? I'm
Hey,
busy, man. I'm
not
busy.
too much. Listen. I just wanted to congratulate you on I Love Jodie Foster. The success is amazing. You guys are doing great.
Thank you, brother.
And,
Thank you.
Yeah, no, yep. But not to take too much of your time, but I'm just letting you know we got some deals on the table now.
What you got?
So I
Time
don't
is
know if
money.
you're
How
ready.
much? Give me a number. How much? How much?
I'm talking 7 figures, buddy. 7 figures.
Do your work. Do your work, manager.
How's that sound?
It sounds fair, but not there. You feel me? Fair, but not there. So go ahead and hit me back when you make that 8. When it's 8 figures, we'll do it.
8? You want for 8? Okay.
Yeah,
All
8
right.
for
I'm
8 for.
gonna put it on the table and see what happens. We're gonna walk away if they don't offer. That's it.
Yeah, just let them know. Tell them it's 8 for the eighth greatest engineer and artist on iTunes. You feel me?
You got it. All right, buddy.
All right.
Get back to you.
Appreciate you.
All right.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Late. Hey man,
Wow.
business all day.
Wow.
We're turning down 7. We're turning down 7 these days, yo. It's different.
It ain't about the money for sure.
Yeah.
But eight does sound great.
Well, you know, it just has a ring to it. Hopefully my manager will leave me alone now that he knows that I'm on it live right now. Or I'll mute my phone real quick.
That was impressive. Yeah, no resignation, man.
Cool. So I guess, man, ain't nothing to it but to do it. We'll just we'll start playing it and then we'll talk about it as we go, I suppose.
Sure.
I guess we'll call him out also as it goes, but producers include Blonju himself, Exert that's in the chat room, Jerome Duffy, and Jodie herself.
Mm-hmm.
So that's exciting. And scratches from the master, Frankie Diesel. You guys are all familiar with Frankie Diesel if you've heard anything Jew or a few of us other people. So yeah. All right, here we go, man. Let's get into this. First track is Silence No Lambs. Let's go. Oh, these tracks are I love how track lists be change it. Here we go. I'm not locked to any of the old names either. It's just like that's what I'm used to. Here we go.
Hey, did you know you might get
This
a big
mother-
cash payout if you were in a car accident
What?
last year?
I'm gonna need
Yep.
my man. Yo, I should call
We
my
might get the
manager.
man. We might have to take the 7, man. Jeez.
How am I not a premium YouTube
Here,
with no
you might
ads
be
at
owed
this
money
point?
without even.
Talk to me about money ad. I just turned down 7 figures. All right, here we go. This is Silence No Lambs.
Whatever they say about us, world need love and it ain't better without us. I wish you well like now, but we should talk it out, but they never allowed us. Best of luck, Queen Jodie, that's protected dot. Silence no lambs, hold hands, then reflect a lot. We could flight the plans, 5 corners can't accept the plot. We could light the land, transform it, then forget it stops. If my hindsight a fight, man, death to Josh. Poker player, web weaver, like man, press the spot. Write it on my heart, explode capacity was less than thought. I'm the type to blow and love a whole lot. Yeah, my fault.
Yeah, my fault.
Call with all things miserable. All things fall, but we are indivisible. When she feel the fear I'm hearing, it's us critical. Massive with the hard shift, gears been assistable. This ain't the end without a lift. Kiss me on my cheek at least and tell me I'm the shit's what I miss. Man, I be remiss to miss her lips, be natural. I'm only asking if she wanna sip. How much? Whatever they say about us, world need love and it ain't better without us. I wish you well, like now what? But they've never allowed us. I'm working on me like an old car, star. Big picture, pretty go far. See me when I know our art. Free me if we grow apart. Learn about ourselves, go to hell and back. Noah's Ark. It's only sparks among the energy. Let me take the darkness, find a light and sun. Anything. 1 + 1, foster plenty, see the sun. Let me give you what you're giving me. Art become anything. You can be my signal in the void. Asteroid hit my soul when I saw what I deployed. Left the one thing I should have never left, but back to boys. Being stupid, man. I'm looking back destroyed. Now I can never wish that you would follow me. All I got is love and all the things with no apologies. You were born leader in a galaxy of cheaters. There is no one that I'd rather be with either. Please acknowledge me. How much? Whatever they say about us, world need love and it ain't better without us. I wish you well, like now what? But they've never allowed us. How much? Whatever they say about us, world need love and it ain't better without us. I wish you well, like now what? We should talk it out, but they've never allowed us. Just a chance.
You killed it, man. We killed it.
That was so cool, man. That was that's a way to start. You know exactly what this is about to be like and what it's about to be about. So much Jew steez on there, yet again, we know that this is a love theme. How'd it go, man? How did you when you made this track, were you like, this is the opener, or was this just a batch of tracks and then you went and sequenced them?
So I actually made the second track first, which is coming up next, and that's kind of when I was telling you about conceiving the idea late May, June. That's when I hit up Jerome and said, hey, I got this idea. It like beamed into me from the universe. And Jerome gave me a bunch of Solu declined beats. So Solu and, I should have said that. Anyways, Solu
here for the BTS, man.
Right. So Solu and Jerome, anyways, I got like a pack of 19 beats that apparently had been submitted to Solu. Solu didn't want them. And I don't even know if Solu knows this yet, but I took the best 5. I actually took about 9 out of the 19. I made a folder after having made the second song, OnlyFans. And then everything just happened. And the order kind of came on the backside in terms of knowing the soundscape and what needed to be said when. But like I said, all of the entire 10 songs were made between like May 30th and June 20th or something. The entire album was made in about 3 weeks. Damn right. So it was that second song kind of set off the idea. Jerome submitted some beats, and X threw one at me during that time because we chat, Jerome and X and I, all the time. So that's how X got on the project too. And actually the Jodie 2 songs were the last songs made because I was like, Jodie, send me some beats. And she had sent, I have 100 Jodie beats probably. And these were 2 of the best from the last year or 2. And the soundscape was built at the end. You know, it was like all these songs were just kind of crammed together in 3 weeks. But good question. And if it wasn't for Jerome, there's no way this would have happened so quickly, because Jerome just kind of knows, like, okay, I got these beats on the side. Let me toss these to Jew. And, you know, the ship wrote itself. So, I mean, maybe it was like 10 days maybe of actual writing, or 15. It wasn't a whole lot of time to make the 10 songs. So great question. This one was probably made 4th or 5th, honestly. And it just made sense to set off the album here with these vibes.
For sure. Welcome to Semile. What up, bro? What up? First time in the chat, joining us for the listening sesh.
Semi, what up?
USX489. I see you trying to bot in here, but enjoy the album. You're welcome to hang around and enjoy the album. If it was Sunday on Sunday, I'd be kicking you out the room and cussing you out right now.
I'm not buying them a subscription.
Nah. USX don't get that. And one more thing I just wanted to they didn't want it, or they didn't want it to happen, or is they just kind of the universe, or was there actually physical forces stopping you guys? Okay.
No,
yeah.
It's a combination of various variables. So I won't say, it's the universe is a great general metaphor, but it's interpersonal things that Jodie and I both know about. So there's a ton of nuggets in this album that I'll mention some as we go through the other 9 songs that are like inside jokes between me and Jodie, or inside information. But
inside until today, you done fucked up coming on this show with me, boy.
Yeah, I mean, and I'm not hiding. There's nothing I'm trying to hide as much as annoy you with every little nuance of our little plays on words and things. But
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, she knows, and she feels it, and she's grateful for the energy, for sure. It's about inspiring each other to be better people, whether we're together or not. And having her in my corner being like, love you, great job, and me doing the same thing means as much as being in a romantic relationship. I mean, honestly, it does. So
you hear that?
Great questions.
Thank you. And I hope all of my exes hear that. You know what I mean? Stop being so whack and be cool with me like Jew and Jodie. You feel me? Take note. This is a number 8 album on iTunes, bruh. Take note. All my exes. Get your stuff together. Get off of OnlyFans. Speaking of OnlyFans, track number 2.
Let's run it. Run it. Yep.
Oh, Samsung, I will slap you. I don't even use a Samsung.
Yo, can I kick it? You keep rolling across my mind. Can't stop thinking about you, but damn. You keep rolling across my mind. Can't stop thinking about hold your hand. You keep rolling across my mind. You the one that would overstand. You the one that's only fan. Thought it was a trick, but if one trick hit, then baby call me her pony. Lonely, we all got memories like they phony. Talk about some feelings, but lately we got it going. She a rock star, and she keep it hot bar. Now the people saying she sleeping on me like cock hard. It's a lot of hard luck like the block chart. Burn down the family trees, they need a lot hard. She cooler than cucumbers on Mars, she was stars. Now they got new numbers and charts. Astro projected into her cars and installed. Y'all don't want you, future a star. She undisputed like the music made me do it. Now I'm crying cause the problem more than Houston. We got one illusion, but the fear can hold us back from being human. Now she all I ever needed was a blueprint. You keep rolling across my mind. Can't stop thinking about you, but damn. You keep rolling across my mind. You keep rolling across my mind. You don't want an OnlyFans. Stop loving and get your carte blanche. I don't want nothing but love, so keep it dark once. Things look brighter inside, now we need a car wash. You and everything that I needed, like when the stars watch. I've been stubborn on this road while we stubbing toes. Now I see the light in our eyes fade, like what you know. Try babe, every single day I'm alive, say it. Her name is Gotta, she's Friday, like cut it close. I feel you in my corner like the angles. Now they gotta search an archangels. Danger in my blood. Spangled. But now they count the weapons and I need her, y'all stranger. Things looking plainer. I only see her eyes off camera. My mind play divine, stay divine. Raw panic and no disco. Need her examine. She only blew my mind, y'all can. But baby, I'ma meditate.
I can't, bruh. That is my jam.
It really is, man. It's my favorite. I don't usually even say I have a favorite song on an album, and I'm so proud of all these songs.
Such a trip. Mind touch at.
My bad.
You're good. You're good.
Yeah.
And I've got several others that are very close to my favorite, but that I have to say is my favorite song on the album.
It got so much get up to it, and it really like. Yeah, it feels joyful, you know, even though, yeah, like it's, and like you just let us know, this was like the first jump off, the first one. Man, it makes sense. That's dope that this thing kind of umbrella, like, yeah, it kind of
it birthed the project for sure. It was like I wanted to make one song for Jodie, and then I realized, like, wait a second, I'm good. I got to make a whole album. Like, that's kind of how this happened. And
yes,
you know, I invoked my father on that hook. Like, my father was with me in the booth singing that hook, and that was the last vocal recording for the whole project, if you recall, because I sent you the roughs, and that song didn't even have a hook. It just had the sample chop. So I was like, I'm going to sing along with the sample, and I'm going to write an extra little melody part that goes along with that for the hook, and really just, you know, it's not pitch perfect, but it's, you know, so it's just it's from my soul, man. It was something I really wanted to, I love singing. I know I'm not bad. I'm not, you know, I'm just myself, and I don't think about, you know, how good is it? I'm just like, I'm singing from the soul, and hopefully it's good enough. You know?
This album is some of my favorite Juice singing, but this song especially, it don't matter about pitch perfect. It matters about the texture and how it feels, and like this, from that sample and stuff, like it even reminds me of like an old Bison gave you the high. Yeah, you saw.
I
it.
know.
Yeah,
I know. Oh, I had
to. But it absolutely does. You my mind, you know, like that. Can't stop thinking you again.
Right.
Like all that totally dope. But also with the sample feeling a little like vintage, and like, and the way that you're sounding, it also like reminds me of maybe some old like Jimmy. You know, some like old Hendrixy or Beatles type, Beatles / Hendrix type of hook love song. Bro. You know what I mean? And like,
hey, that's my pops, man. My pops comes from that time. Like, I was raised on that music, and I was told these are the great artists. And even as like we came into the 90s, like, even though that's the golden era of hip hop, like, regular music hasn't been like it was in the 60s and 70s since then. And my parents raised me right, you know, and that my soul as I got older was more tapped in. I was just like, oh yeah, what they were saying when I was 10 makes sense. And
hell yeah,
thanks, man. It's an honor. Like, those are some of my favorite artists of all time. I mean, I'm definitely influenced by Jimmy and the Beatles and John Lennon especially. You know, I've got that John Lennon tattoo on my fucking chest. I've got Imagine right here on my chest.
Oh shit! Like, I did not ever know that Drew had chest ink. That's crazy.
Yeah, and it's the whole first verse to the song. Imagine is below that, and like an infinity symbol. So, again, honoring my parents. You know, same thing here. And honoring Jodie through that whole, you know, macro life experience. So. I love that fucking song. I will listen to that song. You know, I'll sing that song live. You know, y'all will hear it again from me, and I'll belt that shit out live somewhere someday.
Of you damn better. And I hope that the future brings us together for where I could play for you while you sing that thing, boy. Like, man, that thing is a timeless song. Like,
thank you.
It really sticks to the, you know, it just, the texture is so good, and obviously, again, another really cool a cool feel for a love song. So, you know, I could talk about that thing for 3 hours alone, but we don't want this to be a very long engagement, so we'll move on to track
You're
3.
killing it. Good genius.
Track 3, a very long engagement.
First grade
Plus
is a
5
magical
seconds
age.
for the stupid ad.
My students are
Such a trip.
There we go.
Mind touch ad lib, you are my life, so why so? And touch ad tip, I must admit you are it. My look that spin, here's my heart. Jodie Foster, yeah, she from that flick. Such a trip. Mind touch ad lib, you are my life, so why so? And touch ad tip, I must admit you are it. My look that spin, here's my heart. Jodie Foster, she the one that sticks. I should have held serve. This world is helter skelter. She my only shelter when I held her. It's real quiet when we touch. Sparks fly, but the main thing, nothing is well worth. Losing whole fucking moments. Miss my Joe muffins. Nothing on my plate. I feed myself and settle. So fuck it. Might as well tell the world I'm in love with Jodie. I kick no buckets. Should've said my piece, held it tight and let it be. It's pretty much the truth, I have no reason to be left to grieve. Death cannot divide us, this life is our heavenly. I have faith we can make it, don't left the scene. I dream days away, see crazy eights and take the fade away. Jodie, please save me from taking fade away. The carnage seems harder, hearts beat in a major way. Shadows and fogs, ain't cheese, you my safe escape. Such a trip, mind touch ad lib. You are my life so, why so? And touch ad tip, I must admit, you are it. My luck that spin, here's my heart. Jodie Foster, yeah, she from that flip. Such a trip, mind touch ad lib. You are my life so, why so? And touch ad tip, I must admit, you are it. My luck that spin, here's my heart. Jodie Foster, she the one that sticks. Should've spoke clearly. I wrote nearly all my prose. She should know it was close until I'm so weary, so reeling. I had the whole feeling all along, but my trauma too much to unfold feelings. Now I'm old, too cold to expose hearing how it goes from the hopes like after controlled healing. That's the pose, two roads exposed and it's no feeling. Should've known I'm alone in my head with some old ceiling. You should know I coulda, woulda. I'm disgusted with myself, like who's the goodest? What's an afternoon we cooking? Wish we held each other's hands, told stories and shared the sugar. Now I swear I'm just a shell without asking, who cares? I shoulda spoke up, your eyes cry, I should hold you. Like the moment I die, I'm back to receive the blow up. No one filled a void like Joe Muff. I should grow up. Too late now, you could've touched the hold up. Such a trip, mind touch ad lib. You are my life so, why so? And touch ad tip.
And touch ad tip. Must admit, you were it.
That spin,
Here's my heart.
Yeah, she from that flip. Such a trip, mind touch ad lib. You are my life so, why so? And touch ad tip. I must admit, you were it. You were it. That spin, here's my heart. Jodie Foster, she the one that sticks.
Frankie Diesel.
Awesome. Shit is awesome.
Say word, man. This might be the dopest hip hop love album of all time. Son. This shit right here, God. Oh my
You killed
God.
that. You killed that mix.
Better designs make more
shut
profit when
up.
it comes
Now
to
you
print
killed
on
it. I
demand.
didn't
And now
You're
you
good.
can make pro quality
You can tell me to shut up.
No, this fucking guy. I can't believe it's every single
Great.
video. But I guess that's. Oh, and what's dumb is that those ads that play before every single song on YouTube have nothing to do with you because they belong to Blonju topic or whatever, right? Like, I don't think you get any piece of those ads. So fuck no. But yeah,
You
anyways,
killed that
my
mix.
bad. Yeah.
You killed that master. Like that's the first time Frankie and I ever did the Serato. You know, I gave him my vocal. I actually did a live take of just saying Jodie Foster in a couple different ways, and he
Yes.
scratched my voice in there saying Jodie Foster. So
Yeah.
that really it came together so magically. And I gave you those scratches like the day before you finished the masters, and like got all the shit up the next day for the pre-order. Like,
Yeah.
you know, Frankie came over last night to celebrate the release, and we just hung out and talked and shot the shit, and listened to the project a couple times. That was a killer. That's just a timeless song. That reminds me of like Jerome made that beat. So Jerome made 1 and 3 so far. I made 2. But that reminds me of like Dan the Automator on the production. That's some deeper shit for Jerome. And then the scratches just really bring it to life. And I had fun.
Yeah, that's kind of
you know,
a legendary beat for sure.
There's an undercurrent of like humor in a lot of this. I'm referencing all of Jodie Foster's movies. Like there is as deep as it is, you know, enlightening to oneself. And like there's sadness and happiness and celebration. You know, the sense of humor, I still feel like is the point here. It's like, you know, have a sense of humor about yourself. That's what leads you to, you know, kind of accepting your flaws and working on yourself and getting to the next stage of, you know, healing through that awareness. So, as serious as this sounds, there's some funny shit in that song too. And, a lot of movie references in that song. There's probably like 15 Jodie Foster movies in that song. And there's one other song that has about 15 movie references as well. So y'all go back and look at
that flick.
Yeah. Listen to it again, and you'll be like, "Oh shit, that's a Jodie Foster movie too."
Hell yeah! I can't believe.
But yeah.
Speaking of Jodie Foster movies, up next is Flight Plan, and so two of my and they're probably like guilty pleasures because they're probably not the greatest. They're definitely not her greatest movies at all. But like when I was talking to Drew about this shit, I was like, yo,
Nice.
but like that movie, Panic Room and Flight Plan are my shit, and like Drew wasn't really like the most familiar with either of those really. So I thought that was interesting that. Oh, so anyways, and this song used to be called something else, but then after we had that talk about Flight Plan, he called this next joint Flight Plan, which I love, man. I love that.
Run it, man.
If y'all ain't seen it, go check it out, man. It's like her daughter gets kidnapped, and you gotta find her in an airplane. It's fucking thrilling, man. It's a thrilling flick. I am hot. I am hot.
Let's go.
Can I take off my number 8 engineer on iTunes suit here?
Yeah, you. There's no rules. There's certainly no rules.
I try to show up and be professional, and you know what I mean. Look like the star that I am. I also thought it was hilarious because like it's not my album. I thought it would be so funny for me to show up dressed up, being like this. You know what I mean? Being like that shit. I got the Gucci shades. Damn, son. I never wear these.
Smooth.
I never wear these. This is the third time I've worn these.
Smooth.
All right, we here, man. We here.
All right.
Damn, I was hot as hell from dancing to OnlyFans. Like, boy. Oh, here we go. I got some air. Flight Plan. Track 4? Track 4.
Let's go.
Flight Plan. Don't give me another ad. What the I already skipped the ad.
The only way to fight stigma and shame
What is this
is to shine light on it.
I'm a blanket in case for some reason like any of that stuff gets flagged. I gotta mute it.
Important warnings.
Here we go.
It's time we had a heart
my
to
God,
heart about
2
our
ads!
future. 68% of business leaders report a lack of diversity in their
Here we go.
For you, I'll do anything. For you,
I only want the most.
for you,
Please love me till we ghost.
for you.
When things get ugly, stay close. I should've never let you go. Okay, I won't.
That's so cool.
I only want the most. Please love me
Should have
till
done
we
some
ghost.
background vocals, bro.
When things get ugly, stay close.
Sing along with it every time I hear it.
I won't.
I have
She tries trials, got bias like fireflies. Fly as wise, paralyzed. Hard science, she find the righteous. I pray to go, no D in the hole. Free as the most. Apart crying like dying to find the timing. It's never right or wrong. If I write a song, still don't matter if my actions don't back it like Nia Long. I am strong. My pen is a padded room and the baddest view. Still connect my view, ain't trying to right my wrongs. This goes so dolly. Pardon me, she's so dolly. Make my heart into a stone and melt it down like oh God, we never should part. Like when the seas rise, these guys leveled out like oh probably. I made contact like eye contact. I'm not innocent, but damn Jodie, time goes fast. I gotta be back in time for dinner like we might not last. But you my source, everything I need like my God had.
for you,
I only want the most. Please love me till we ghost.
for you.
When things get ugly, stay close. I should've never let you go. Okay, I won't.
I have for you,
I only want the most.
for you,
Please love me till we ghost.
for you.
When things get ugly, stay close. I should've never let you go. Okay, I won't. We worked hard, but in the end, new steps had to be taken. Made a statement, man. But since you left, my heart is breaking every second. I can't pretend who's next. I need a friend. I'd do anything to win new breasts. She my O2 tank, and I'm at capacity. I should've known better. Go to bat with me. Massive with Sally. Go ride, get on back of me. Tell me everything will be okay without your half of me. I have known, thought you'd always come back home. Now I'm caught slipping in the dark, and I'm backbone. You make me feel as though there's nothing I can't learn today. Without you, I am just an invertebrate. Had to get my words in place. For you, that's nothing, just some words and tape. I prayed for you, but didn't think we'd ever work today. All things equal, all things equal. I may not be there, but I promise I'm there if you need your people. I only want the most. Please love me till we ghost. When things get ugly, stay close. I should've never let you go. Okay, I won't. I only want the most. Please love me till we ghost. When things get ugly, stay close. I should've never let you go. Okay, I won't.
That's very Andre too. This, yo, you got this is the dopest shit.
Thank you, man.
Sadness. I mean, it's no disrespect because you've done so much.
So, like, you know, I said at the beginning before we started, like, there was a little bit of like, if I don't do this, the rest of the things I'm doing won't be as great as they can be. So, you know, this was a bridge to what's next, and it was mandatory. Like, we always talk about being compelled to be artists, and it's not like I'm writing for money, or, you know, even if we make money off this, I'm not doing it for money first. You know, so, man, it's so therapeutic. I love listening to it. I thought I would probably not cry in public, but I can't promise I won't even cry listening to it. Like, it moves me. And I'll say this, because the one thing I thought about while listening to that song just now, because there's a Sally Ride reference in there, there's a couple other unique references. When I first proposed this to Jerome,
sorry, go ahead.
Right. I when I first proposed this to, and Nia Long went through some crazy shit, you know, with her boyfriend of many years, who's now the coach of the Houston Rockets, Amy Udoka.
Yeah.
But you know, I wanted to make this a female empowerment album, like, but I didn't want to make it contrived. And like, so when I proposed and I didn't know I was going to share this, but when I proposed the concept to Jerome, I was like, you know, I'm going to make this a dedication album to Jodie, and we're going to use Jodie Foster as a metaphor for my Jodie. But I wanted to incorporate more female empowerment and more stories of marginalized women, you know, in the sense of the patriarchy, America, even, you know, the white privilege aspect, not even, but that goes along hand in hand with patriarchy and just, you know, the things I'm usually talking about when we have conversations about what is in, you know, what's driving my art, or why am I compelled to do this? And it's to, you know, enlighten, put it all out on the table. And so as I got into it, and like Jerome gave me the beats, I started writing the songs. I realized, like, it's got to be more personal. I can't like try to force the female empowerment aspect, especially as, like, you know, a alien / man in the process of, you know, healing through perspective on trauma. But it's like, trauma is healing, healing is trauma. So like, I had to make this really personal. There was no way for me to go the empath route and overly Blonjuify it, you know, in the sense of what people know me for. So I think that was to my advantage in the end, both in the, you know, artistic integrity of the project and the therapeutic aspect of what it even did for, you know, Jodie and I have been friends and we've been close these last couple of years, but, you know, we've seen each other maybe 5 times in the last 3 years. So, and not in a romantic sense, but just in a, we got to commune and we got to appreciate each other, and we do, and we have a great time when we, you know, eat food together and just commune as humans that are healing, and or human aliens or alien humans, because she's got my Jodie has a lot of alien to her as well. But you know, it's not about those labels. It's about being real with yourself and you know, just taking it all in and accepting, you know, the good and the bad, and realizing that, you know, it's mostly not either. And so anyways, like, I want this to empower women in the sense of, like, hey, don't be treated shittier than you should be. Or that's a terrible way to say it. Don't be treated at all. Right.
Then you should
but, I mean,
no,
right. It was the worst way to say it possible.
Yeah,
but I mean it in the humor sense of, like, there's so much that's taboo in society, and so much that we don't face this shit. We don't talk about this. Most people leave their relationships and they're like, fuck that person for the rest of their life till they die. And I think that's a major part of the trauma continuation of why, you know, humans feel less evolved than maybe they actually are. And I say they, but I mean we, and I mean both, you know, because I'm not so attached to the labels. And again, this is just there's no rules. There's no, there was no like, I have to do this or that, as much as find the groove that, is the truest, information and divulging of experience and energy. So, um, I had a bigger macro view really when I first conceived the idea. And, I think that part of the idea, will happen more through like osmosis and the transcendent aspect of the project rather than like specifically saying, empower women or stop giving in so much to the patriarchy that you just act like a fucking dude. And I'm not saying that to you or me as much as, we've got to give grace and space. We've got to give more room for mistakes, and we've got to find more, space within us for forgiveness, because that's the gift we give ourselves. It's not the gift we give others. When you forgive someone, it's for you first, and, then you have the grace to actually, give it to someone else and be like, look, anything you ever did wrong, I have no ill will. And, if we can build again, we build again. But it's not always about building again. It's about accepting what you learned from that experience. So, that's what I wanted to leave here on this record is like, I've learned, just to be more upfront with myself and more, articulate with my communications, and, still keep a sense of humor, but get the point across. I don't like the phrase "get the point across," but get the information out there. There's nothing to hide. There's nothing, that can't be addressed and dealt with, and we'll go from there. So, thanks to Jerome giving me the canvases to make it real easy to say whatever needed to be said here, and you can hear my acceptance of my own flaws here in that particular flight plan joint. And that's an entendre. It's not it's a reference to the movie, but flight plan can be taken in a lot of different ways in terms of why somebody leaves or why things aren't working. And so I want to admit, I'm certainly far from perfect, no matter what people perceive from me in terms of wisdom or experience or what I bring to their lives. It's purely, what resonates, and what doesn't. So, but we're all connected, and we can't deny that, whether we keep trying until we die or whatever. So,
yeah.
Great job, man. You brought out the essence of this soulful information with these mixes and these masters, and you make Jerome sound like, man, Jerome's one of the greatest producers of all time. Like, Jerome is killing it this year. People don't even realize how much Jerome has done. I mean, just not only with me, but with Show Rocka, and who knows what Jerome has coming, even based on things I've accidentally said on this live stream with you already. So,
bro, you got some of the best ones. You got some of the best Jerome Duffys, because I was gonna say, like, I've also got to work on Jerome Duffy's production on other projects as well, but like the transition, the turnovers from like verse to hook and stuff, where the samples switch and stuff, a lot of times that could seem a lot more just kind of random and like, that worked. But like on this, those turnovers, like on Flight Plan, when the hook hits, like that little turnover is so ill. Like it's and throughout the album, like though, and anyone who knows the way I produce, I love like, left turn, right turn, switch key, switch whatever, and he does that masterfully, yo. So it was really fun to work on in that sense too,
You gave it a lot too, with the little tiny nuance, like you call it bells and whistles, but like really just extremely nuanced sequencing and things that brought out really exactly how I heard it in my head when I sent you the roughs. And the rough sound like garbage, compared to what we released. So it's a really miraculous meeting of the minds.
Agreed. Bottom
Let's
line
run.
Is to be open and honest, and you'll never be locked in. It's never good to lock in your hate or your love or your anger or any emotions. Being open and honest about it is the way. Don't keep your emotions and thoughts locked inside of a panic room. That was a reach. Panic room.
No, nice. That was smooth.
My bad. I tried. I tried. Uh oh.
Not as good as the Berenstain Bears metaphorical Jodie Foster from last night.
No, because I can only strive to be as good as you, man. For anyone who's not familiar, go back on Drew's Instagram and watch his his live reel from last night. It's hilarious, very entertaining.
It is quite funny.
Here we go. Panic Room, or it's called something else. Panic Room for 2. My bad.
Yeah, you're good. I'm gonna order food after the song plays.
Shout out to Jodie Foster and little baby Kristen Stewart and the two that were in Panic Room in the movie. You know what I mean? Here we go. Forrest Whitaker. Drums?
No, I meant as I meant.
You made me better than all previous selves. I only hear you in my dreams like we leaving this hell. Bonnie and Clyde ride high, see me grieving, need help. Without your care I stay barely alive, breathing your smell. Got my hotel sky undefeated. She's my CEO, clear Elysium Omega. Need her, we be both nearly easy and completed. When the future is a question, she might reach between the beaver. So sweet, Jodie know me like the feature. She could be my alpha female. No one deeper, we sail. UFO, make it back to Summer's Bieber. Backtrack, who'd have known? Phone home, nice to meet her. Y'all ain't in the atmosphere either. Take it back a year. Maverick here, last one and get heated. Senorita, leave a tree up. We been K-I-S-S-I-N-G, but have to have one, that's the reason. No one in this world say sometimes when she out of sight, she is never out of one mind. If I ask her take sometimes when she gone, still ain't no sunshine. No one in this world say sometimes when she out of sight, she is never out of one mind. If I ask her take sometimes she gone, still ain't no sunshine. I'm off fumes, tired, no costumes, cost blues. Take time to be higher than volumes, all twos. False to the people and call crews. All you need to know is I'm here and it's all cool. Our plans in the stars plans. Now it's out of our hands, held in check like it's dark damage. All can. You're the one with the heart ran. It's a very long engagement, formerly part panic. Room for two like the puzzle always fits.
Nice.
Room for you like there's water under bridge. Come to hitch. We were meant to couple up and sit. Don't forget, I will be here if there's trouble on your wits. Now if I am alone for tomorrow's sake, I can only pray you'll be home for the holidays. Follow me hot, I'm stuck in my head. Pop goes the top when she touch me. That's a dawn for the holiday. No one in this world say sometimes she out of sight, she is never out of one mind. If I ask her take sometimes when she gone, still ain't no sunshine. No one in this world say sometimes when she out of sight, she is never out of one mind. If I ask her take sometimes she gone, still ain't no sunshine.
That's Rome too, or that's you?
No, that's also Rome.
Oh my bad. Let me turn it down. Yeah. That's
You're good. You're good.
Boy, this production is silly sick, man.
I mean, I was surprised when he gave me these beats. Like I mentioned the thing about Solu that I probably shouldn't have mentioned, but you know, it's just us. It's just us here. Even if they watch, and you know, nobody's gonna get mad. But I couldn't believe the pack of beats I got. That was, you know, it was just right. It was like the just right vibes to, you know, expound and expel some of this energy and clarify for my own sake, you know. But this was something I wasn't even, you know, I don't usually do this, and not to say I'm not being vulnerable with what I usually do, but this was just so much more than I expected in terms of the therapy, and the resonance is it's a bonus. You know, anybody that feels anything from this that helps them navigate their lives a little easier. Like Mitch said earlier, it takes more energy and time to constantly hate somebody. You know, and I truly, from deepest part of my soul, like advise that to everybody, whether it's relationships or friendships or anything. Like there ain't no reason to carry around hating anybody. You know, it's like there's a way to root for somebody from afar, no matter how evolved this record is from a Jodie and I standpoint. There's any way to do this. Like I said, there's no rules. So man, there's a bunch of movie titles in that one too.
Yes, there
There's a lot.
was.
There's a lot more humor on this record than I think it feels like. You know, like you feel the depth of my emotional journey. But I'm taking myself with a grain of salt too, so that I
Yeah.
can learn. You know, if you're beating yourself up about shit that you've done wrong, or you're overly dwelling on your flaws, you'll just kind of you'll be in a fight with yourself. So you have to give yourself grace. When I say grace in space, it's internal as well. And I definitely wanted to shout out that phrase "grace in space" during our live, because that was kind of what the universe beamed. I conceived that I had to do this, and give yourself grace and space, give Jodie grace and space, give everybody grace and space, and but you got to do it with yourself first, and allow yourself to kind of exorcise that energy. So
Yep.
you fucking killed it, man. Jerome made 4 of the first 5. So and then the album kind of does take a left turn here. We get a little, deeper and even more emotional to the lighthearted, 8, 9, 10.
So I want to say this too, because like when you say humor, I don't want anyone to. I guess no one could get the wrong idea, because we're literally listening to the album, so that you could tell what you're talking about. But a lot of times, humor could be it could hurt like the seriousness of something, of a writing, of something that you're writing or whatever. This does not do that. This, like, the puns and fun stuff that's involved in this album just let you know that like that it really does come from a place of levity. Like, you're not like, there's also people who like will try to be like, yeah, it's all good, like I feel better now, but like you could hear the weight in their in their soul and in their writing, you know what I mean? Where it's like this just proves that like you do actually believe in grace in space, which is not when you first said grace in space, I was like, oh, anyway, yeah.
It was a process. Like, there's no final destination. Shout out to the Bartians and the last song on the Bartian album titled Final Destination. But there's no, even like we talk about body versus non-body, like a body's not a body. Shout out Jerome, and Monk is the master, alien is the legend. Like, we've been consistent with sort of turning the semantics on their head. So you made a great point too about the humor not. It's almost purposely not obvious, because if it was overly humor, the message wouldn't resonate or the feeling wouldn't feel. So
yeah, it'd be like, why are you trying to bump us? In the middle of this like great like serious feeling, why are you trying to bump us? So yeah, it's perfect how you
And that's process. I think all of that's connected too. Everything we've just talked about, as much as I might be all over the place with whatever I'm saying, it's all very, very intimately connected, from the most serious to the humor that brings the levity. So, great, grace in space, bro. Excerpt beats on the next joint.
Excerpt beats on the next joint. Shout out to my ex-girlfriend, who's featured in The Final Destination. Isn't that some weird universe shit that you just brought up, Final Destination?
I actually love those movies. They're like they're like comedic to me in some weird way. They're serious too, but
she's the mother in the stands of the race that they're watching. They're watching the car.
I remember that.
She's the mom. You know what I mean? Like the shit.
Oh my god! That's a memorable shit.
Krista Allen. We're good. Me and Krista Allen are good.
Nice.
Shadows and Fog, produced by Excerpt Beats. Let's check it out.
Let's go.
Uh-oh. Nice. At least I have this shit muted.
Smooth.
Here we go. Silly baseline excerpt.
She in my head heart, intro vein. She the brave one, now she got that info plain. We kept it simple like the way it is was henceforth saying. We keep the sense forth, that's your sake, not into pain. We're heart heavy, keep it light like the dark ready. There's no stealing home cause our purpose is bigger, heart letting. If you allow me, let me say that I will proudly be there every time you need me, cause nothing is different already. My abode, the one that's always close, the one that fight for truth, the one whom I adore, always hope. You feel me cause I come from by the shore. Holy water is the only thing I see despite the war. Within ourselves, the earth spells heart. First thing I tell you, if it hurts, hell's dark. I'm here to put it all together, bring you service. Well spark when the stars light, the way you're my perfectly held heart. I can only do what my heart says. You the only light in my darkness. Whenever I seem heartless, I think about you.
Let it float away. It's my heart back.
I can only do
what my heart says.
You the only
The only light in my darkness.
Whenever earth seem heartless, I think about you, let it float away, is my heart back. I don't blame you for not one thing. I am the same Jew who came to, plus God, some things meant to be strange view. We came to, a lot some say, but in the end, I can't stop or even pop non-strand. You are the keys, when I daydream, think of the way things could always be pie, and all, escape free. Triangles, still wish you were here, but I could wait a million years and hope Jodie don't hate me.
Jodie don't hate me.
Cause all these cutting ties, damn, I never said it. When I hear from you, it's just the right amount of butterflies, never edit. I love divine, and such is life. When I see you, it's the pinnacle, forever get it. You my lust for life, just as I expected. The first time I saw you, I told you I love you just as wife. Just when I never let go, I'm there to trust the tide. Now you know it's real and love is enough, as much as I can only do
what my heart says.
You the only
light in my darkness.
Whenever earth seem heartless, I think about you, let it float away, is my heart back. I can only do
what my heart says.
The only light
The
in my
only light in my darkness.
Whenever earth seem heartless, I think about you, let it float away, is my heart back.
Cut it out, excerpt. Cut it out, excerpt. Just real quick before you get into it, I'll just say another great example, even though I was talking about Jerome before, just the entire album in general, the key progressions, the chord progressions, and just the goddamn the doom doom the stand up bass, and then the doom 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 doom. Like, come on, bruh.
It's exactly what I needed the night he sent it. It was like a few days after we started the project, so this one was probably made 4th or 5th or 6th, and he killed it. Like, he sent it. I don't know. These guys are some of my best friends. Like, Jerome and X we're always communing about every aspect of life. So there's nothing that's, off the table. And X is a very humble, quiet, but loud spirited person. And this was it was the perfect canvas. Like, that was the first real singing hook I wrote too, I sort of backed into singing some of those other hooks. So, I loved this hook when I wrote it. I felt like I sang it real well in the booth, and it actually came out more like a rap singy hook. It wasn't as singy as I felt it in my soul. So, but I loved this song, and it was more talky. It was less witty. A lot of just straight up talking to Jodie. I can only do what my heart says, and nobody talks about this enough. But earth and heart are. What's the word for word anagram? So it's anagram,
not homonym.
Right. So, we call the earth, but it's an anagram for the word heart. And I think that's very valuable from a spiritual semantic aspect. And I think we tend to take that for granted, that the earth is your heart, and, your heart is the whole planet. Like, I don't think even the ill will wishers, I don't think are as ill will wishing in their being as they even think they are. I think we're fooled by the illusion of our brains sometimes. So,
Bison will tell you that's just love. That's just love on the other end.
Correct.
Heart.
And really, and hate is love. I mean, the opposite of love is actually apathy or numbness. So, that is not how I felt about Jodie or this process or this album. and music in general, you know, I am constantly compelled and constantly moved to express. So, yeah, Bison, yes, sir.
What a quick
So X
bounce.
just, yeah, man, X killed that. I love the rem shot too. Snare is just right for this. It was just the
Yeah.
right vibe.
And it feel classic. Like no one current day has like that da-dum, dum, da-dum, dum, like that bounce.
Oh, good
but
point.
But
Good point.
it sounds also like current and fresh, which I also felt like the other shit, the OnlyFans and stuff, sounds classic and like of the past, but like so fucking fresh and so available today, you know.
Well said. There's a jazziness to that. You're right. That you wouldn't think you could put that jazziness into that
Yes.
fresh new age box non-box.
You're the only light in my darkness. Yo, but maybe that's what
Yeah.
tied the room together, bro. That shit right
Uh,
there.
Yeah.
And you said
I
it
can only
sound-
do what my heart says. I can only do what my heart says.
It's luckily you didn't go for I could only do what my earth says, because it wouldn't have hit the same, you know what I mean? But anagrams, yo. What do you call it? And that singy hook, I know you said it didn't come out like as singy as like or whatever as you thought, but like if you put that, imagine just somebody with a stand-up bass and like me on an acoustic guitar and you singing the same
Oh, yeah.
hook.
Oh,
it sounds like
it
a
w-
fucking belting ballad, like you're belting a
Bro,
ballad, you know? So
It will. It will.
Yeah.
It will sound great. I know it will sound great live. And
Ooh, and
you
a little
know,
quartet doing the little quick string chops on there. That shit crazy, dog.
X is a master, man. And go check out the Barkeeper's beat this week if y'all haven't, because X killed it. And
Oh yes.
I messaged him yesterday and was like, yo, I love that beat, but I can't feel a cadence. And then like an hour later, I wrote that whole shit and then texted you and was like, oh, I guess I just needed to say out loud that I didn't hear a cadence. And the universe was like, whew, here's a cadence.
I guess I'll post after the show, but you're first. You and Frenetic Poet, I think like
He's competing.
It's Dreddy Ruxpin now.
Yeah, right.
But
Dreddy Ruxpin.
He's coming
and
in. He's coming in quick on the weeks, and he's like of the alien race. You could tell. You know what I mean? I love that. I love that guy.
I was just telling him the other day how much he's improved, and he gave me a little more backstory on like being out the rap game for a minute, and
Yeah.
you can tell spiritually like he's really thinking about the shit that you know matters. And I gave him mad props because he was shouting out the album today, and I was like, bro, you've improved dramatically watching you just over the last few months. So dope. Barkeepers, man, I gotta shout out the Barkeepers because that's you know, major inspiration. And Exert has a dope ass Star Wars beat this week that y'all gotta peep.
For those that aren't familiar, the Barkeepers is an Instagram platform where every week there's a new beat, and anyone who wants to rap on it could rap on it. All you have to do is hashtag the Barkeepers and send it over to @BarsKept. That's BarsKept. That's where all the action is. So feel free to come join or just come check it out. It's a fun time over there, and it'll leave you mesmerized. Speaking of, track 7, mesmerized.
You're killing it. Great job.
That's how we roll, son. There we go. Boom. Oh, Sonic. Maybe I wanted to watch the Sonic ad. Nope.
I was gonna say, no, I was about to. I was about to order food. I'm like, wait.
I
no, I'm not going
I don't want to
Sonic.
play them because the one ad was started to play like some commercial music and shit. I don't want any reason for this to like mute out or anything. You know.
I gotcha. You're doing a great job. I'm enjoying it. We just got a few more to go.
Sorry, that wasn't to cut you off.
You're good. I didn't mean to be jabbering.
Mesmerized. Oh, this beat. You guys killed this shit.
Another Rome beat. Last Rome beat of the album.
Dear Jodie, by now I think you know me. UFO ain't the same without your energy. Console me when the purpose of this pain cannot be missed in vain. You know I die to take away the same. If anything was holy, Wherever life will take us, break us down and build us back. There's nothing I would rather do than sit and let you show me. If the keys to life are lost, we've got the skeletons to go be. You're my heart, my only superstar. Many things control me. I'm out the way and out of space if you don't want me. Give you space to get up out the race, but babe, you one and only. Apologize 1,000 times, don't matter, come back home. Be on your own, or in my heart, which is your home if that's the homie. There is no one on this earth cannot compare to you, or barely view. The extraterrestrial, that's barely news, I care for you. And all the things, I'm there for you. Please let me take the stairs for you. And when we elevate, I'll still be there for you. The world be dark and when you are alone, I'll be kissing pictures on my phone. They'll be saying, man, I love my Joe.
Man, I love my Joe.
And I'll be missing everything at home. You my everything if everything was none.
Everything was none.
They'll be saying, damn, he like a stone. Man, I think if we gon' be alone, we should go and be alone together, playing it like Capone. Dark back, examine my flaws. Man, it's a loss. The art consumed me, told my fans I'm exhausted. Need the old man like a boss. She see, oh damn, she in charge. Electric love in the hallway, like knowing man, she a sauce. I'm hoping it's soon because this land being lost. Hand me the cross, I won't be here to accept my family is gone. Damn, she my song, like holding hands when I drive the family along. She my only fan, damn, this life is short, like can it be wrong? Half the days I sit, stare at walls legit. But you paint a pretty picture in my head that I forget. If we exist, let's just be together. Promise we'll be free together. Man, the only fate we have's the fate that we can fit. Above the sheets, I love the things that bring us back. Make us feel, create a love to be or not be. Think we have a better chance of being great, connected, stay connected. Only thing I ask is that you stay so we can everything like that.
Everything like that.
The world be dark and when you are alone, I'll be kissing pictures on my phone. They'll be saying, man,
I love my Joe.
and I'll be missing everything at home. You my everything if everything was
Everything was none.
They'll be saying, damn, he like a stone.
Like a stone.
Man, I think if we gon' be alone,
We gon' be
should
alone.
go and be alone together, planet like a
Planet like a palm.
We should go and be alone together, planet like a palm. We should go and be alone together, planet like a palm.
Floats off into space.
So good.
Ridiculous. The air in those, between that sample and these drums, the air in between it is beautiful. The way that you fucking sat in the pocket and really, it's just like Bison said, like this is how I loved it. Also, shout out to leaving like 16 bars for motherfuckers to vibe or freestyle. I missed that.
Yeah.
From people, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
From
absolutely. That's my favorite hook on the album. When I delivered that hook,
Yeah.
I was like, I don't even. That was me. Like I felt like I was influenced by 100 great singers that are great because they have soul, and I just love the way that hook was delivered. And obviously, that was almost like the saddest song in another sense, but still triumphant in a way of like, I'm not going to dwell on the sadness. And
Yeah.
we have a running, I want to give this inside joke on this one. So there's a lot of little nuances. I'm talking in the background on a few tracks too. But everything like that is the funniest phrase that Jodie and I repeat to each other, like when we email, when we talk. And it's based on, like, you can go on YouTube and you can look at like funny television clips and like news reporters and interviews going wrong. And like basically 5-7 years ago, this is before the pandemic, we were doing that one night, like smoking some weed, watching some funny shit on YouTube. And like, there came this interview, from a hockey player, and it was like minor league hockey. And it was like a 1.5-minute long interview. And the lady or the man interviewing asked really good questions. And this kid, the minor league hockey player, literally said like, oh, it was a good game, everything like that. The ice was cold, everything like that. And he must have said he said everything like that like 14 times in like a 50-second interview. And so we were stoned out of our minds. We laughed forever. And this was like 2018 probably. And I have the video of this on my phone, but like the last line of the second verse is "so we can everything like that," and I even made the record label for this release "everything like that," and like it's so like again back to
Oh
like the
yeah.
serious, the comedy, you know, the nuance, the inside jokes. Like Jodie and I have laughed at the phrase "everything like that" 1,000 times, and then we use it all the time, just in like conversational tone, like "hey, I hope you're having a good day" and everything like that. Like just to be funny, to like lighten the day of like if it's a stressful day or you know, it just brings a smile. And we say this all like all the time, like once or twice a week, we're throwing and everything like that at each other. And I wanted to share that part because it's such a funny, nuanced, you know, just something that we'll never forget. And um, it'll always be funny. And I do recommend finding the hockey minor league hockey player, everything like that interview because it's fucking hilarious. But
That's hilarious.
yeah,
Shout out to the inside, man. 'Kay, even
yeah.
without knowing that story, that's one of like the coolest parts too. Just like how it's dun-dun-dun-dun-dun, so we could everything like that. Like yeah,
Right, right.
like
Just right. But
sonically it's
just so you
dope
can,
as fuck, you know.
yeah, yeah. And I wanted to share. That was one of the. I think there were one or two others that I'm not sure if I'll remember to share or not. But that was one of the little nuanced inside joke narratives that I absolutely wanted to share to connect the record label to the. You know, it's still a subsidiary of Blonju UFO, but
Yeah.
you know, just some really to honor Jody and our fond memories because like you know you really only remember the good times when you start to heal and accept like and you do then you're like oh even like people that die you know no one ever really dies but um the trauma and the drama we experience in the present is never as big as we think and you know when you can reflect in hindsight with grace space and acceptance like you're gonna be a better person and you're gonna be kinder to yourself and you're not gonna have time for like Mitch said earlier for hating anybody. You truly don't have it in you. I don't have it in me. You know, it just is what it is. So um, I love this joint. Thanks. You made it. You brought it out. You made it sound so full and so receivable. And you know, I
It's
look forward to
nice.
singing on more tracks and writing more hooks that give me that room to you know, they'll be saying, "Man, I love my Joe." Like that. That
And
shit is
we
fucking
visit everything at
dope.
home.
Yeah, yeah,
Listen,
yeah.
man. Like I said, told you, people are gonna love hearing this Blonju and probably gonna be demanding more. So, you know what I mean? Bison already said he loved to hear this
uh-huh,
Jew. Like plenty of other people. Like this
uh-huh.
is, you know, it's just like, yeah, it's. I mean, clearly, it's just like less like out like I'm an alien, so
Right,
check out how gnarly I could go. You know,
right,
like because
right, right.
you knew that this thing had to like resonate and it comes from a place or whatever. And so yeah, it's this is that track is so ill, man. It's fucking
And
all of it's ill.
tonally, you guys have all, you know, I have a wider range than I think sometimes people realize, even tonally and tempo wise. So I can do a lot of different things in rhythm, but I wanted to make sure I kept my tone low here, you know, on the whole album. Like even if I'm using range or inflection, you know, my bottom line tone is generally my talking voice. And people would
It
often be
is.
like, you know, 3 years ago, like, why are you rapping so crazy? And why you got, and I'm like, well, I was crunk on that one. Like, you know, and I got range in my voice. So like octave on my voice
Yeah.
goes up, you know, it's like, and Den was especially helpful with that a couple years ago. And I mean, I was rapping calmly in this tone 15 years ago. When you expand your range, that expands your tonality, then it expands what you can do rhythmically, and then you do kind of have to re-hone in on your tonality and resonance. And you did a great job mixing my tone on this so that we can keep that the bassier aspect of my lower tone and my rap vocal. So
Yes.
I love this song. I
Fuck.
will always love that hook, and I you know I'm proud to present this feeling and information through those canvases.
Hell
Rome killed
yeah.
that beat, killed it.
Um, yeah, man. Rome went nuts on this. We have a new producer coming up on this next joint. The next joint is called Freaky Friday, and it's produced by the one and only Jodie Muffins, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Freaky
Feature.
Friday. Boom. Bison says, "Well said, man. It translate well. It translates well.
Sunday.
Sunday is some tiny emoji.
The ram. The
Sunday is
ram.
the ram. That's right. That's right.
Oh, I gotta order this food. All right, I'm ordering this. I got my menu loaded up. All right, I'm going to check out. All right. So
I'll get
one
back
other
to
thing about the soundscape before you play the 8th song produced by Jodie. So the album kind of, it builds and builds and builds in it. So I felt like that song 7 was the deepest, like delving into sadness, and I really wanted to flip the album on its head to tail out, with 8, 9, and 10. So you got a really different exit strategy. Like this is the next song, which you'll do some kind of funny interlude to in the next 30 seconds. But the next song is the lightest song and kind of the funnest song and the cutest song, in my opinion. In that type of resonance vibe stance. So with that being said, you can.
We'll let the cute vibe switch places with the mature vibe, as in Freaky Friday. I'm reaching. Let's go, man.
It's
Let's
about
bump
valiant
this.
effort.
Produced by the Jodie. Let's go. And Frankie Diesel on the bitch. Opioid addiction. What does my ads think I am, dog? I don't got a problem with opioids.
They need you to go to Sonic, and then they need you to go to rehab.
That's right. Go get you a final burger and then send yourself to rehab.
God.
Opioid addiction. Okay. Here we go. Freaky Friday. So sick.
Freaky Friday.
Shit's hilarious.
Friday. You my queen, things thinking like intervene. We should take this journey together forever. Inner jeans, you the right page. We same books, in a sync. Now we got each other like nothing stopping us. Anything possible, impossible. Many things you like winning a lotto against odds. Plenty eat. Now we atomic. The model got us too many beat. Frozen in time. We stay option. Pretend it's me. I make you mine to the end of time. Life make no sense without you. Pennywise, I've been pound stupid. You are my sound of music. Who has a reason to live true? Found a blueprint. Jodie make my world spin erratic. If I can't protect the queen, she my girl, then ecstatic. This the thing. I don't want the pearl, give it back when she my world. Wrote a book, but this the only chapter where the climax crashes. I don't want no buyback habits. Just to love tonight, that's classic. So if Jodie is my life, Freaky Fridays happen. Where the climax crashes. I don't want no buyback habits. Just to love tonight, that's classic. So if Jodie is my life, Freaky Fridays happen. So take my hand and hold it, don't ever let go. I cannot pretend this moment is in my head though. Until it's real, imagination is left. So take my last breath, companion forever, let's go. Will always be my Jodie, if you're not, that's okay. I'ma root for you, we've been through plenty lows. Anything goes like the flow, love you head to toe. You can be my shonies, I will hold you to the end, we so in love with ourselves, no better ideas. I keep you grounded, you keep me from being IKEA. Wife here, my only hope for staying alive here. When we are together, this life is okay. 5 pieces, heartfelt, inspired from your presence. Spirit strong, we work hard, 4 lessons. If more force magnetics to bring us together, we can make it for ourselves, man. You forever, where the climax crashes. I don't want no buyback habits. Just to love tonight, that's classic. So Jodie is my life, Freaky Fridays happen. Where the climax crashes. I don't want no buyback habits. Just to love tonight, that's classic. So if Jodie is my life, Freaky Fridays happen.
So sick. That's the first time, or not that's the first time, but this album is the first time, like you said, that Jew got to have his voice actually scratched through Frankie Diesel and the Seratos.
Yeah.
It's fucking fun, man. It is fun. That's dope. Speaking of Freaky Friday, yeah, there's a scent coming out, if you see in the chat, called Freaky Friday. It's a tribute to Jew or inspired by Jew? Or actually, tell us about the scent. How does this come about? Scents on Deck.
So Sense on Deck, we've known T for probably 3.5 years now, and we've done a couple of proprietary fragrances together. And so Blonde Universal, came out 2 summers ago. So over 2 years ago, we developed Blonde Universal around the time of Space Rhyme Continuum. It was right after Space Rhyme Continuum with Genesis to God, and Dig a Ding got a fragrance, and we've all been friends with T for a while. And last year we dropped Alien Face on November the 5th, and we did a Alien Face Juice fragrance that went along with the album drop. Blonde Universal's lavender and almost a feminine inspired fragrance, and Alien Face is a little more gender neutral. Added some mahogany and vetiver, and then Freaky Friday is basically Alien Face Juice 2, because we wanted it to be androgynous. Even Blonde Universal, the initial goal was to make an androgynous fragrance that everybody will want to smell, whether it's on you, whether you spray it in your car. And same thing with Freaky Friday. It's going to be Alien Face Juice 2. It'll be similar to Alien Face Juice, but Jodie Foster inspired and my Jodie inspired. And T makes incredible concoctions, and she sends me testers. We check it out. So she's got, the labels are created. We've approved this fragrance, and it'll drop on her website here on Friday, on Freaky Friday.
Scents on Deck. Scents on Deck. Scents on Deck is the brand. In case anyone, because I said Scents on Deck to pass it to you, but then I was like, that could just sound like I was saying we got scents on deck.
We got Scents on Deck, right? It's Scents on Deck.
Yes.
.com.
There you go, right there in the chat. Yeah.
Yeah, T and I worked hard the last couple of weeks. It kind of just came out. I didn't even expect to hit her up, and I needed some of my own old fragrances. I was like, I need some Blonde Universal. I need some Alien Face Juice. And then we just got to chat, and then I was like, oh, why don't you make a little Freaky Friday something? We might as well. So blessings to T, and shout out scentsondeck.com. Y'all got to go over there and cop anything, whether it's our fragrances or anything she's got. Everything is just insanely organic, and makes you smell different. It's not something you can buy in stores. So the soul behind it really. I get asked about. I wore Alien Face Juice a lot over the summer and the last 3 or 4 months, and I'm basically out of everything. But every time I wore Alien Face Juice, man, I got people asking me, wearing it, what's that smell? I'd be like, yo, it's Alien Face Juice, man. You go over to Scents on Deck and get that shit.
Hell yeah.
So big ups to T and Jodie, that I love the vibe of the record. It's not repeating. It's each song is its own vibe, and really going from that dark to light and kind of being cute and funny in this one. It's just a pleasure, and Jodie brought that one out of me for sure, just to have some fun and make a cute song.
Yeah, it sounds cute and nostalgia or something, even though it's not our nostalgia, but that's what
right.
It evokes that or whatever, because I don't know if it's that little whistle synth. There's doo doo doo.
Yeah,
shit, just and the drums. I was thinking about putting some not banger, but some thickening drums even to it. But I was that changes the whole situation. It needs to feel light and airy.
Light.
Thing,
we said it at the same time. We both knew. I even asked you to do that originally. But it just made sense, and I think we did a excellent job crafting the soundscape, and that one was cute and fun. And the Freaky Friday scratches are, it makes me smile every time. Not I'm laughing at the song, but it is just cute, and it it's inspiring, a whole nother thing. And there is only one song that even has an F word, so that's song 3. And I did not put explicit lyrics on this because 9 of the songs are clean. So. I didn't want to, Pearl.
We should have censored left the F, but maybe
put a bleep.
Yeah,
I still think about it
because
Boom Baptized has the same situation. 1 F-bomb on track 8, I think, and Pearl Jam's 10, the original Pearl Jam first big release by Pearl Jam's 10,
Yeah.
you know, Jeremy, the song says harmless little fuck, and they didn't edit it out, and it played on all the radios in the 90s. So I don't mean to be
Classic
dropping
Pearl
these
Jam.
albums that are 99% clean with one F-bomb, but like, I'm not going to over censor myself. You know, I feel like one here or there is poignant. And at the same time, I'm not going to ruin the tag with an explicit for one F-bomb on a 10-song album. And if you know, I'm saying this out loud, so if the distributors come after me one day,
Yeah, that was the only thing I was worried
but
about. Like,
I'm not having trouble. They're letting it by, you know,
yeah,
they're letting it by.
Yeah,
And I think
okay.
it's because, you know, even when I say an F word, it's so few and far between. Like, you know, the rappers that actually curse, and I mean, even 10 year ago, me said motherfuck this, motherfuck that, half my song. So
Yeah. It's like people
you know,
cussing is cussing. You could probably catch it in the first couple minutes, and you don't have that.
right.
So, yeah,
you gotta search. Like, I don't even know. You know, I've definitely made a conscious effort the last 2 or 3 years to curse way less. You know, it's just only poignant. And what you got? We got 2 more to go. I know I'm a yapper, and I know we're running over time now. Let's finish up.
Oh, I'm chilling. I know we're only down to a couple more, and we're still clear of. By the way, if you're in the chat room right now, in an hour at 5 Pacific, at 8 o'clock Eastern, Bison from the chat and also Royalty, Mr. Only Good Things Can Happen, will be joining our homie, Master MC, Barkeeper's Judge, and the host of Not Your Mans. They'll be joining John D in a live chat over on YouTube for Not Your Mans. So be sure to tune into that at 8 o'clock right after this show, YouTube Live.
And pre-order that Pony project that's coming out a week from Friday this week, 8/16. The Pony
16.
Yeah, 8/16. The Sea is Silent, and I'm sure that's what they're going to be talking about. Maybe, hopefully, some of that creation and the anticipation of the Sea is Silent dropping next Friday.
And if you don't go get that album, then you're a unt. You feel me?
I've got it pre-ordered. Y'all see me. I'll be messaging and putting it on my story the next week or so. I'll probably post it up there 3 or 4 times.
Dope.
Let's get those guys back up. But let's see. What are you gonna do?
Let's see. Hold on. Let me put my contacts in.
Nice.
Look, man, it's getting late in the thing. I'm running out of here. Contact. This one. This one's another Jodie, and and I threw a little bit of bells and whistles on there, but.
Yeah, you killed this. Featuring High Sunday, featuring this man on some bells and whistles.
This thing
is
so cool.
Epic.
Yeah,
it's
this
epic.
thing is
Yeah,
so fucking
it's epic.
Anyway, here we go.
Like an extra gift for y'all.
Contact and then and then backtrack. That's it. Okay, yeah. Contact. Here we go.
We're home free.
Oh shit.
We know it seems
Mederma.
easier to just hide your scars. But with consistent daily use of Mederma,
I thought
What
they
the
said
hell,
that
man?
like that was you. I thought the ad was like Mederma.
Oh no,
that was you.
That'd be a hilarious ad if that's how they started. What is it called?
Contact.
This song is called On Tact. The Sea is Silent.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, you know. Callback. All back.
Smooth.
That's Alden Allback.
Oh, that's what we're doing all week now.
Yes.
Yeah, you just started that.
Dope. We start our own trends around here. Let's
go. I'll go downstairs and pet after the song.
I know what you did, but your phone just kind of skipped when you did that, so it was hilarious.
Where am I at?
He said he's gonna go downstairs and pet his aunt. Y'all just didn't hear him. No, his at. Oh, here we go. On tact. Boom.
I especially love Elise and
Oh, I love me some.
We ain't going out, but she going out. Together with our hands, what you holding out? Work on how we growing, let them know about us. We don't know nothing to know what you know one only Jodie with the holy vows. Tie me up and tell me not to go aloud. Go aloud with my soul in the holy clouds. Now they all know how it goes when she going down. She ride harder than diamonds. Full spirit shift, she profit like the alignment. I'm in awe of all the raw thoughts. She my heart, soul, brain, and easy upon the eyelids. It don't take much. Fuck it all up. She my only love, but I don't know what we doing.
Damn, you killed that. We doing.
Ain't just love, it's all action. Muff has been true, cause not that we all have been. Up in the old signs, but we there for each other and down in the doldrum. This whole planet with bananas, but I've been feeling like we still in Kansas. Damn it. It's a rap like bandage. Team, my soul screaming Atlanta. When we get together, it's a moment I cherish. Can't take away the high rarest. She been on my mind since the very first time. Laid eyes, and without her, you can say that I'm careless.
Don't take much to fuck it all up. She my only love,
but I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing.
This is what we doing. Bro, the bells and whistles. You made that. You brought it all out. You made it sound like it was supposed to sound. Like that's a fucking transcendent fucking.
You
Sounds
know,
so
I love
cool.
working on some shit like that. Like that's
God.
right in my fucking yo. And also like this feels like everything up till literally the second to last song like feels it feels like you're sitting and you're having the convo with us, or you're sitting and reminiscing with yourself or whatever. You know what I mean? And it's very it's very contained in the best of way. No, in no way of it. But it's very contained, and it feels like it's like a huge like breath or like a release or something when you get to this. It's like spaceship time, bitch. Like we finna get weird for a second. Like it's been a lot of emotions. Let's get different. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I love it. I love it, bro. Ugh.
I can't believe how great it came out. That's probably one of her first beats she made. She started making beats like 3 or 4 years ago, and that's been sitting around. Even Genesis to God and I were gonna attack it one time, and we didn't.
Yeah,
And it sat around longer, and then I realized like, oh, now's the time. Like this is it. And that song wrote itself in like 10 minutes, the whole song, because it's only 12-bar verses, and I delivered that hook kind of just off the cuff. I was just like, I don't even know what I'm doing, but I'm gonna let it all out. And
yes, that's what it feels like.
And I was real honest at the end too. Like you mix that talky part in real well to like, I don't know. I truly don't know. Like it's a journey. It's not the destination. Wisdom is not knowledge. I think that people think knowledge begats wisdom, and I think wisdom is more of like a gut feeling, and like knowledge changes when information changes. So, man, that was exorcism for sure. And I know Jodie is so proud of that, so happy. Like, we still can't believe it, how great it sounds and how much it can resonate with a listener that's open-minded and likes this style of music, whether they like us or not.
You don't even have to be
timeless.
Super open-minded. I think like in a lot of situations, people would probably hear that song and be like, "Oh, this is like a little too out the box for me" or whatever. But the fact that it comes up on the tail of everything that you just did, like there's no way that you can't accept this song and like be like, "Yes, I'm with it." Like I've I needed this in my life. After the not that it was a rough time, the songs before. It's just like,
right.
It's an opening up or whatever, right? And so I think not everyone, or very few, or little to no people are able to pull this off like this flawlessly without having people like be like, whoa, this doesn't match, because it doesn't like even it doesn't. It's just it's that thing.
Yeah,
I love it so
its own
much.
thing.
It works.
Yeah. And we wanted to finish strong and weird, and again, soundscape wise,
Yes. Mitch said
wanted
he's
I
Mitch said he's
playing it
finna
on
bump
Saturday.
that on
Ooh,
Saturdays, Wonderground.
nice, nice.
Mitch plays a bunch of music from us here in the Instagram family, hip hop family, and that's
Mhm.
Saturdays at 8:30 Eastern on
On
YouTube.
you,
The
yeah.
Wonderground, yo. So be sure to tune in to that.
Bro, he's at like episode 60 or 61. He's been going, over a year now, and just Mitch is the man. Like,
The
shout out
man.
Mitch for all the hard work and the communion and music that I know, brings him healing, through just this camaraderie of let's make some dope music, or let's listen to some dope music, let's play some dope music. So 61 is this Saturday, he just
61
said.
weeks, bruh. Yeah, yeah.
Salute, bro.
All right. All right, man. As above, so below. As the beginning, as the end. Moving forward and backtracking all at the same time. I tried. I tried to get there. It's the last song, man. Let's close this thing out. Backtrack.
Could you give
You're
up
a
your coffee
stand-up
for a cup of
person, High
mushrooms?
Sunday.
I did.
Oh no. Rise. Energy without the jitters. Okay. Okay, Eva Mendes. Okay. I'll buy
Whoa.
anything from Eva Mendes. Shit. I'll buy that. What was the last one? Moderna. I'll buy. All right.
You're funny. Backtracking indeed.
Oh yeah, backtrack. Here we go.
Now you got me hooked.
Jodie, no matter what happens,
Now you got me wanting.
this is for you. This is for you. This is for you.
You can have it like a back pain. All I wanna give you is male hens in my last name. Failed when I didn't speak up for myself, that's lame. Now I gotta suffer the silence with two half brains. I'll give you globes, let you wait for the last word. You spin me right round, even if it's a flat earth. And no things matter when I'm empty inside. Too much pride, let me stray. You're not simply an actor. I feel your pain, let it go as a 10 smash. The only white rapper on point that's an empath. You the writer, director, so time to get back. No one wanna see us together, but where they get that? They been saying, baby, that's a stamp, but I'm noodle to your lips, baby, lady, and a tramp.
Lady and a
Shady, but I'm crazy for you lately, that's a cramp. Only problem, you ain't with me, lady, take me by the hand. That's magic.
That's magic.
You my hat trick, 3 times 3, they see me go back classic. Please don't leave, these people are ass backward, and we were meant to be like people that lack
People that lack
That's
passwords.
magic. My hat trick, 3 times 3, they see me go back classic. Please don't leave, these people are ass backward, and we were meant to be like people that lack passwords. Full frontal, so blunt like the months go. Meditate, close your eyelids like the monks know. Somewhere in my mind, that's all of my time, guns flow. Stupid was what stupid did, that's my hope though.
My hope, though.
My end days, Wednesdays, every other day, eternally. Walking with you since ways. Now you got me hooked, like right on the fence, since days. Should've let it drip, but now it's a lot of friend days. Sentiments, like I'm fresh, Jodie sentiments.
Jodie
All our
sentiments.
sins washed away with the hypocrites.
The hypocrites.
You got something I can't resist. Now I want you like the moment I saw you for hug and kiss. Now Jodie, the day's hard assist. You can be my answer, I pray hard and fixed. Stick to the record like one of them. You the only one I love in my space, y'all dismissed. That's magic. You my hat trick, 3 times 3, they see me go back classic. Please don't leave, these people are ass backward, and we were meant to be like people that lack passwords. That's magic. You my hat trick, 3 times 3, they see me go back classic. Please don't leave, these people are ass backward, and we were meant to be like people that lack passwords.
Sticks the landing. He sticks the
Bro.
landing like fucking Jordan Childs or what are the gymnasts?
Oh, it says stream paused. It says stream paused.
Oh, I accidentally minimized it. My bad. Oh, we don't need it anymore. We don't need the music.
Oh, I don't know what that. Yeah, I don't know.
That was the shared window with the music, but we're good. We're good here because yeah.
All right.
Music's done.
You're the man, bro. It's so fun. I always have fun doing this and just chatting about music, but it's man, it's just it's a beautiful blessing that we're able to work hard, live life, and have all these crazy human issues, earth issues, but then come together to have this kind of fun and communion and that exorcism of energy, man. Like you really,
That's it.
I can't thank you enough. It's just fun. It's nice to have fun. It's nice to be seen at all. It's not about being totally understood or totally felt or being perfect. It's just fun to be here and show up. And
Yep.
you did a great
I
job.
know the feeling. So I also thank you, man. I thank you for you know, inviting me to work on something so dope and like be a kind of a part of the soundscape of something so dope. I work on a bunch of different shit, but this aligns to like the kind of exactly like right where I be like mentally and all that. This aligns with my energy. So this was so fun and also gives me a reason to do this Sunday's listening sesh, and we get to do
Yeah.
this and I get to talk to the dude. Actually we've talked about it plenty, but you know what I mean? Like we get to talk to the dude, we get to listen with the people. I truly I love this shit. The world is crazy out there, man. So I really appreciate this part of it.
It's a true honor, man. It's an honor. Like Mitch coming through, the artist formerly known as Frenetic Poet came through, Bison, X was here earlier. It's I can't words are not gonna cover it, which is why like there's no final destination, there's no finishing point. It's embody the process and continue to embody the process. And sometimes we're gonna step back, we're gonna have troubles, sometimes we're gonna really fully step in and embody the process as efficiently as possible. And I just appreciate the opportunity. So anybody that's listening or you and I, it's a damn beautiful thing. It's such a blessing. My food is arriving in 2 minutes.
All right,
we've killed this.
Yeah,
Wrap it. You got anything you need to promote before we go? What you got? You got Sunday on Sunday this week?
Yeah, that's it, man. I'll see everybody on Sunday as always. Barkeepers
right.
Week 218 is live. It's produced by Excerpt Beats, so feel free to join us or just check out the action at BARSKEPT. Otherwise, I got a bunch of cool shit going on, but that'll come to be.
One more thing, I got a huge gratitude for Jodie and my parents and like the universe allowing me to do this and make this happen today. But it's a gift to Jodie, to anybody that resonates with anything. It's a gift for me as well, of just exercising energy, continuing to move forward with whatever our experiences may be. As a corollary to all that, you helped mix and master some beats. We launched a website kind of secretly in the dark of the night
good.
Under all this. So I don't, blonjufo.com is live. I'll be going a little bit more like it's a soft launch, but it's live. You can buy beats. There's Jodie Foster merch on the site right now. It's self-contained. It's secure. It's been built from scratch by, competent web developers that I'm blessed enough to, have on the team right now. And so blonjufo.com, it would probably take you an hour to consume all the information that's on that website. So as a whole corollary to this beautiful experience, we've got a meta space home, to continue down the road of grace and space. And it's just there. I'm not, you got to buy shit, but it's not really about the money. I made the shirts in the $20 area. I'm barely making $1 on the shirts. It's like,
fuck all that.
The beat.
Go to blonjufo.com and buy you some damn beats. Buy you some merch, yo. Like Jew puts in so much into this shit. If there's anyone that you should ever fucking put the calories and a couple bucks into supporting, it's this guy. He's gonna do a bunch of verbal, you know what I mean, dipping and dodging of that. But fuck that. We know how much we love Blonju. Show your support. Yeah, go ahead.
It's still about the art. Thanks. You're right to say that. Any money that's made off the site is going to go back into the site, the art, the creation of more beats, the creation of more music, and that part is aside. I mean, I'm not trying to act like money's not involved, but it's still about the art first. This is a place that people can go and connect with whatever I'm doing, whatever I'm a part of. And I'm blessed to be able to put that into the world, and that will hold a digital space for us as well for communion and beat creation. So thank you, bro. You're killing everything. It's an honor every time we do this in any form. I'll be catching up with you later in the week, probably before Sunday on Sunday. And
Sure.
thanks everybody that showed up. Like, I'm gonna get on to the next one, eat some food and be working on some beats or some songs after this, so love you guys.
We are inspired and grateful for such a great album, and that's it, man. On behalf of producers Excerpt Beats, Jerome Duffy, Jodie Muffins, and Blonju, and on behalf of DJ Frankie DJ's Scratching, yeah, I mean, I Love Jodie Foster is a rap. Keep running it up, stream it, buy it, everything, merch on blonjufo.com. And on that note, I am High Sunday. It's been another Sunday's listening sesh. Cheers. I wish I could have done that and then like someone else pressed the stop button, but now I gotta go. I gotta go here.
I imagined it like that. Like, is it over? Did he stop it with his mind?